for Stauskas. And the Suns here with a different look. Markieff Morris is checked in for Plumlee. Marcus Morris comes in for Anthony Tolliver. Green, he's checked in for P.J. Tucker. And Thomas subbed in for Eric Bledsoe. On the court for the Suns, they've got Dragic. Marcus Morris is out there with Green. Then there's Markieff Morris. And it's Thomas in at the 1. The general, he's checked in for Darren Collison.
Blocks, 9th in three-point field goal percentage, and they're a top 10 shooting team from the foul line. Pretty good company for that team.
And this is a team that really relies on those blocks that we talked about, Clark, because when they're at their best, they're really challenging every shot. They cover up, they close out on jump shooters, and if you penetrate and get to the rim, they've got a host of shot blockers there waiting for you.
Suns training staff renowned around the league for their ability to keep players healthy. They're at the forefront, biomechanics and all that new school stuff. The results have been terrific. All preventative maintenance.
And lots of contact there. Missing the shot. He'll shoot 2. It's on Isaiah Thomas. The Kings have been on target from the free throw line. They're 5 of 5 in that department. That's good from the general. You can't hear about a special bond between players and coaches. Well, these old high school coaches here in the stands to watch him play today.
Well, Kevin, you know, it's always nice to see a familiar face when you're in the NBA. And no matter how many gassers your former coach had you run while you were a sophomore in high school, it's still good to see his face.
Already it's February. Hard to believe. Let's see how the West is matching up. Look at the Suns. They're down in 10th place here in the middle part of the season. They'll need to make a move soon. And, of course, Sacramento, 7 games back.
Well, right now for the Suns, they just haven't shown the kind of toughness and resilience I expected to see from them this year. Whenever they face some adversity, they haven't been able to fight through it.
Which is really the difference between good teams and great teams, Clark. There's always going to be adversity for everybody. It's how you fight through it that really defines who you are as a team.
The basket again. Good ball movement here by the Kings. And that's a foul called on T.J. Warren.
Rudy Gay is listed at 6'8", but he has a 7'3" wingspan and tremendous athleticism. Really helps him defensively, both on the perimeter and inside, where he contributes on the glass and blocking shots.
As you talk about Rudy Gay's size and athleticism, Steve, he can play small ball 4 in a pinch.
Yeah, and it also enables him to get that jump shot off of pretty much anybody. So if he's spaced and he's playing at a 4, and he can get that jumper off, now he's got the ability to drive past him because the floor is opened up. So very interesting when he's placed at that 4 position.
Cousins has got 10 points.
He has really put his foot on the pedal this quarter, doing a tremendous job leading their offense.
And he's going up for the alley-oop. And it's Green with the jam.
And these two teams continuing to trade blows like heavyweights in the middle of the ring.
So many times tonight, the energy in this building has gone from one way to the other.
And he was fouled on the way up. 2 free throws now for him. And some of these distributors have been very hot from beyond the arc this season. The best 3-point shooting point guards in the league. Isaiah Thomas is second.
Well, a lot of the point guards in the NBA don't get enough credit for how well they shoot the ball. So give this group their due. Some outstanding long-range shooters right there.
No question about it, Steve. And being able to knock down the 3 ball as well as this group can makes them so much more effective at the point guard spot. It really causes problems for the defense.
The Kings making a switch here. McLemore is checked in. Another shot. No good. Now Sacramento takes it the other way. The last time these two clubs came together was also in this building, with an unfortunate ending for the home team.
Yeah, given how they performed offensively that day, guys, they really had no chance.
Yeah, and the frustration just mounted. You could see it as they continued to come up empty. And by the end, they were really just happy to get out of there and have the game be over.
Suns trailing. Bledsoe outside. He kicks to Warren. Pass to Green. Green left side. And that one's on target from the wing. Green's got it all tied up now for the Suns. It's all tied in Sacramento. Stay with us as we get set to bring you the second quarter right after this. And the second quarter. Phoenix making some changes. Suns leading by 11. And Phoenix looking who they've got on the floor. We've got Marcus Morris. Thomas is out there with Gerald Green. Then there's Warren. And it's Morris in the center position.
Really good offensive execution. Nice pick. Just couldn't get the shot to go.
Boy, you love to see that as a basketball purist. Guy setting a good screen and then getting the shot opportunity.
And Doris Burke has something for us. Hey, Doris.
Well, Kevin, DeMarcus Cousins signed by the Kings to a max contract extension in 2013. Coach Mike Malone said, quote, "We've made a huge commitment, not only to him as a player, but as a person." He added that Cousins' biggest jump will come from handling adversity and being comfortable when he's uncomfortable. Once he does that, it's scary how good he can be. Kevin?
A fiery disposition. If he can channel it, the sky's the limit. Thank you, Doris.
That was an outstanding pick that gave him the room to bury the jump shot. Underrated, but not undervalued.
Here's the general, and there's the whistle. Fouled hard on the shot. He'll go to the line.
And checking out some numbers for Isaiah Thomas, how his last 10 games have gone. He's putting up about 12 points per game, 5 assists, and 2 rebounds. Backup point guard, always a very important position, and he fills that role nicely for him.
He does a really good job of it. You know, it's a lot harder than he makes it look when you're not starting to get into the flow of the game. That's part of what makes him special.
Eric Bledsoe's checked in for the Suns. 1:11 left in the first half. He's again, and he lays it up and in. Bledsoe's got the lead up to 11 now for the Suns.
Well, second chance points are not easy to come by, but when you work as hard as he has today, it becomes a lot easier.
For the Sacramento Kings, their last game a loss to Utah. The feed to Morris. Good, and Bledsoe gets the assist. Morris has got 5.
I like the offensive awareness to exploit that lack of coverage on that play.
Here's the general. Bledsoe with the defensive effort.
Well, one of his issues is he's a player that just does not excel at fighting through contact on his way to the rim.
Morris kicks to Bledsoe. The dish to Morris. He feeds it to Warren. 6 on the shot clock. Here's Bledsoe. Rebound by the General. The General's got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. Gay passes to the General. No one near him. And he hits the jump shot. The General's got 6 points in the quarter.
Fantastic pass. He turned that one into a pretty easy basket for his teammate.
And stolen by Cousins. Here's McCallum. And we finish one.
Well, Goran.
Hey guys, settle down for a second.
And as we welcome you back, we begin our second half. So far, not a tightly contested. Some changes for Sacramento. Thompson, he's checked in for Cousins. McLemore has come in for Rudy Gay. And it's Terry in for Stauskas. And Phoenix also making a switch. Isaiah Thomas is checked in for Eric Bledsoe. They've got McLemore. Terry is out there with Collison. And there's Carl Andrews. And it's Thompson in at the pivot spot, heading the middle. So that's the 5 in the game for Sacramento. The general is checked in for Sacramento.
A chance here to see how the Kings rank in the NBA right now. 19th in free throw shooting. And they're in the bottom third as far as fewest turnovers per game. They've got to really do a better job of having everybody concentrate on taking care of the ball.
Well, I bet his teammates love playing with him. He's distributing the ball perfectly.
Well, he keeps everybody happy, and you know what? The assist numbers don't lie.
It's amazing. Isaiah Thomas is just a fighter. He's adapted and thrived at every level. In his 3 years at the University of Washington, better and better each season. And in the NBA, barely even projected to make the league. He's outplayed his competition and continued to improve.
And plenty of contact on the shot. So 2 free throws coming up. Let's take a brief moment to look at the 2K leaderboard with the list of the league's feistiest defensive teams. 4th, the Suns.
Yeah, you can't make a lazy pass against this club. They'll turn it into a steal nearly every single time.
and the first one drops. And for Thomas, a success born of maturity and dedication. Clark, he said he had to grow up young and go to a boarding school at 16.
Yeah, school across the country from his family. I mean, that can't be easy when you're only 16 years old. He said he hated it at the time, but it's really what made him go from being a boy to being a self-sufficient man. You can't discount that in his development.
Isaiah Thomas actually named after the former Pistons great. You might think his father was a big fan, but it's actually the opposite. His dad was a Laker fan who lost a bet during the 1989 finals. Incredible story. Pistons went on to beat the Lakers, so he had to name his son Isaiah. I guess he'd be named Magic if he didn't know.
And Isaiah grew up in Seattle, loved the Sonics, but also because of his father was a big Lakers fan.
There's some conflicting allegiances for Thomas there. I mean, he played 3 years for the Sacramento Kings, who've had their rivalry with the Lakers. Seattle made their failed bid for the Kings. He had to have mixed emotions there, too.
And Tucker kicks to Morris. That's good. Morris has got his third bucket of the night.
Well done, finishing that one off.
The Kings trailed by 12. The general passes to Thompson. Here's the teardrop. And that's going to be too many steps. Gets the whistle on the travel.
Boy, his free throw shooting, just another reason to be such a good all-around player.
And the Suns making a change here. Warren's checked in. Here's Thomas. Rebound by the Kings. The Generals got rebound number 5 here tonight. Fires the 3, and he gets it to go. The Generals got it back down to single digits for the Kings. Phoenix has gone 4-6 from three-point land since the start of the second half. And Thomas, here we go, nails the runner. Thomas got 8 points.
You know, I'd like to see more of that from him. He's been passing up his shot more than usual, even though he's hitting the ones he takes. He's got to be more aggressive.
Here's the General. Lays it up, and despite of the excellent defense at that.
You can see that they're not as aggressive from the three-point arc. They had far more attempts in the first half.
Passes to Green. Kicks it to Morris. Off the screen, and it's Phoenix scoring again.
He shot the ball exceptionally well as they built this lead for themselves here.
The General passes to Cousins. It's stolen by Morris. Thomas goes in. Count that one. Thomas got 8 points in the quarter.
The soft finger roll is just one of the many finishing moves he has in his bag of shot making.
In the corner, it's McLemore. The General passes to Cousins. Misses the baby hook.
Boy, they were ready for him right there. I mean, totally collapsed the defense on him.
Here's Green. Sacramento grabs the miss. Thompson's got his 4th rebound in this one. McLemore, the pass to the General. Goes back up. Cousins. Nice hit again. That's in, and the Suns lead is cut down now to just 11 on the bucket from Thompson.
He got a great read of where that miss was going, and that allowed him to be the first guy to it and get the putback.
And as we end the third quarter, a double-digit deficit will make it tough to come back. Phoenix ahead, up by 11. Live from Sacramento, you're watching 2K Sports. And our State Farm assist to the game replay. Great offensive play. 1 of 8 assists on the night that we've seen from Thomas.
And you got to love that play, guys, but it's been one after another.
Phoenix making some changes. Morris comes in for Plumlee, and Marcus Morris subbed in for Gerald Green. And Phoenix looking who they've got on the floor. Dragic is out there at Bledsoe. Then it's Marcus Morris. Then there's Markieff Morris. And it's Tolliver in at the 4 shot. Here's Gay. Loses the defender with the screen and drills the jumper.
Perfect screen there. Set him up with a nice look.
Poor job by the defender to not fight over or around that screen.
The General is checked in for Darren Collison. Phoenix also making some changes. Comes in for Markieff Morris. And Thomas subbed in for Marcus Morris. Suns leading by 16. Here's Dragic. Dishes to Tolliver. Here's the screen. Plumlee sets the pick for Bledsoe. Thomas kicks to Bledsoe. That one goes. Count it. Bledsoe's got 9 points in the quarter.
These guys know each other well, clearly, because that was a beautiful pass.
Gabe passes to the general. It's hauled in by Tolliver. Phoenix has gone into a funk from downtown in the fourth. Only one of their 5 3-pointers has found the bottom of the bucket. And Plumlee kicks to Thomas. And Cousins with the block. 4 on 3 as they bring it up. Here's Stauskas. And it's good. Stauskas has got 13 points in the second half.
This is a fantastic performance in this half. He didn't play as well in the first, but you just know with this guy, he's always ready to turn it around.
Dragic with it, outguarded by the general. Dragic dishes to Tolliver. Back to Dragic. Takes it off the glass. Dragic has got 30.
His work at the offensive end has been phenomenal. Maybe reason number 1, they're ahead.
The Kings trailed by 18. The general passes to Gabe. Here's the general from deep. Plumlee with the rebound. Plumlee's got his 7th rebound of the game with that last one.
And so here we go, just rolling along to the finish line in what has been a very confident-looking performance by the Suns.
This was a very efficient offense tonight.
They knocked down their shots. I mean, a little luck didn't hurt either. A lot of their 50-50 shots went in the basket.
And so looking at their number, this will be win number 22 on the year.
Now they're on the brink of sweeping the season series with this club. Once they polish off this win, there's just one more to go.
And it's not a short series either, Steve. It's a 4-game. How much do you think they'll be looking forward to that 4th game? I'm guessing a lot.
He dishes it to Green. Feeds it to Plumlee. And he gets it to go. And the Suns lead by 18.
Well, nothing was going down for him in the first half. But since the break, he's been on target.
McLemore, the pass to the general. He kicks it to McLemore. Pass to McCallum. Thompson, left side. Shot is off. And Phoenix the other way now. Green kicks to Thomas. Green dishes to Thomas. It's stolen by McLemore. Inside, here's the general. Lead pass was put in just the right spot.
Really tough to get that shot off with the size differential there. It's not an individual matchup he's going to win every time, especially in the post.
Very well done. I didn't think he had any business operating down there with the big fellas.
On the wing, Green. 2 seconds separating the shot clock and game clock. Shot clock at 6. And he drops that one in.
They didn't take their time wrapping this game up. They pretty much did it in a hurry.
Yeah, they had a nice spurt to polish this one off.
And the wide open shot from Evan. It counts.
Boy, if they could have had this kind of run earlier in the game, it might have made a big difference.
You know, I think a big reason behind the run, Steve, is that they're not getting pressured as much by the defense now that the game's all but finished.
And so it's Phoenix easily grabbing this one. You know, Clark, every team has a bad night, and these guys might want to watch the tape of this game the next time they have a...
Well, Goran, congratulations on the win tonight. A game where you certainly had some nice bench...
What you mean, man? I just had the biggest scoring game of my brief NBA career. I think it's the perfect time to be smiling.
Hold up. You notice anything about the scoreboard at the end of the night?
Yeah, right next to my number was a really big number. How many points I had.
Only numbers you need to worry about are the ones next to the team names and in that column. We came up short. No reason to smile or celebrate. Know what I'm...
Hey, man, my bad. I just got excited about how I played tonight, you know?
No worries. You're going to have a bunch of nights like that. I just hope you have them in a winning effort. Man, come on.
True.
Greetings, everyone. 2K Sports brings you the NBA. This is Kevin Harlan. I'm joined by Clark Kellogg and Steve Kerr as we get set to bring you all the action. It's the Sacramento Kings and the Chicago Bulls. And many happy returns. First outing for Chicago. They won that game against the Magic in Orlando.
And it was the role players in that game, Kevin, that really led the charge. The guys who normally don't score a lot, they came in and really contributed.
A total team performance, Steve, the kind you need if you're going to win on the opponent's home floor.
Just 4 to shoot. And the wide open shot from Rose. And that misses. That would have put him up. The general is checked in for Darren Collison. Already it's February. Let's see how the East is matching up. You look at the Bulls. They're looking extremely sharp right now, poised in the top spot and playing very well. And, of course, Charlotte, 4 games back.
You know, looking at Chicago, they've been effective in just about every aspect of the game. I mean, you can't find too many things that they do wrong.
Maintain their status, Clark, as one of the favorites for the NBA title this season. And there's no easy way out against this club on a nightly basis. They're talented, they execute, they're well coached. That's why they are who they are. Pau Gasol over the last few seasons dealing with a number of lower body injuries. Knee tendonitis, plantar fasciitis, groin, toe. I'll tell you, Kobe had suggested him to try to really slim down to lessen the pressure on his joints.
Outside Butler. Here's Noah. Nails the baby hook. Noah's got his first points in this one.
He's a grinder. Love what he does under the offensive boards, really bringing energy and life to his team.
Stauskas, the pass to the general. Gasol with the rebound.
Difficult shot from mid-range, and the defense was all over him.
Well, I like the close out there, Steve. Well done.
Double team on Rose. And stolen by Gabe. For the finish. And he goes in for the dunk.
And that almost feels like Tupa coming off the steal like it did.
And especially the fact that it ties the game, Clark. The lead was about to be stretched out, and instead, we're right back to even.
Rose can't hit.
That's terrific defense right there to prevent from converting in close.
Passes it to the general. Shoots it. And no good. And a chance to take the lead.
They've been getting out-muscled on the boards before coming up with that one.
Not playing tough enough. The physicality just hasn't been there yet.
Rose with the ball. He's picked up by Landon. Out of bounds. Sacramento will take possession.
Now, severe lack of awareness on his part. He had
with an almost entirely new group. Mirotic is checked in for Noah. Gibson comes in for Pau Gasol. McDermott's checked in for Dunleavy. And it's Heinrich in for Derrick Rose. Then for the Kings, Thompson, he's checked in for Landry. Then McLemore comes in for Rudy Gay. And it's Terry in for Stauskas. The shot's good from the General.
I'm sure they're satisfied with that possession, guys. Very nice shot that time.
Bulls have gone 8 of 14 from the field in the first quarter. McDermott with the screen for Heinrich. He dishes it to Mirotic. Heinrich kicks to Mirotic. Here's McDermott. Right now averaging 5 points a game. Clock at 4. And he drops it in from the low post. McDermott's got it all tied up now for the Bulls. Sacramento's gone 0 of 2 from deep here. In the corner, it's McLemore. From about 19 feet, another shot, and it's laid up and in by Thompson. And the Kings lead by 2.
Well, that's how you pick up second chance points. Stay active, be energetic, and react as soon as the shot goes up.
Gibson the screen. Heinrich dishes to Gibson. Pass to Butler. And Gibson kicks to Mirotic. And stolen by Cousins. McLemore, the pass to the General. Shot is off. And it's Chicago the other way. 32 seconds left here in the opening quarter.
Boy, he is a strong finisher on the fast break.
Yeah, he sure is. He remains in total control, even at full speed. I love that about him.
Here's the dish to McLemore. The pass to the General. Good ball movement here by the Kings. From the top of the key, and he gets it to go. The General's got his second bucket of the game to go.
Everybody on the floor is hot. Incredible stuff here in the early stages.
Look, both teams playing downhill. Who's going to blink first?
McDermott kicks to Gibson. Up and in on the way. Gibson's got his first 2 points of the night.
And guys, they continue to put a lot of pressure on the interior defenders with the way they work down low.
Well, it's become one of the stories of the first half, Clark, just piling up points in the paint.
And that concludes a high-scoring first quarter with both teams tied up. From the Welcome back, folks. We have a close game here at the start of the second quarter of play. And before we move on, what do you guys think about what we've seen so far from the Bulls?
And the key has been the second chance points. You look at this team.
Stauskas is checked in for McLemore. And it's the General in for Darren Collison. D. Rose and Jimmy Butler at the back. And small forward and power forward, it's McDermott and Gibson. And it's Mirotic in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. So that's the 5 in the game for Chicago. Kids count that one from Stauskas.
Shooting lots more threes here in the second.
I'm not sure if that's going to work real well here. They probably are better off getting something inside.
Rose attacking. Mirotic sets the screen for Rose. Mirotic with it. Quiet so far offensively, searching for his first points of the game. 6 to shoot. Rose dishes to Gibson. Misses off the right eye. And that's good. A nice job in the glass as they pick up 2 on the second effort. The Kings trailed by 6.
Well, you know, Taj Gibson was a 26th pick back in 2009 coming out of USC. And boy, what a get for the Bulls. He's a defensive-minded big man who can defend the 4 and 5 position, but he's also got a very reliable mid-range jumper.
Feeds to Terry. Right block shot. That one rolling around and runs out. Dishes it to Butler. Rose attacking. Hands it from short range. And now it's an 8-point Bulls lead.
And for Taj Gibson at 6'10", a 7'4" wingspan, that length helps make him disruptive. An excellent defender and shot blocker.
Here's the General. Right through the knee for the layup. got 6. There's a minute left in the second quarter. Now Butler, averaging 10 points per contest. Wide open. Terry grabs the board. And Gibson very mobile.
Yeah, he's got a slender build, Kevin, but he's a worker in the weight room. Slight and light, but Coach Thibodeau says he's the team's hardest worker and he's getting stronger.
And the whistle blows. It's going to be on the general. That is his first foul of the game. The feed to McDermott. Butler in the corner. Outside Rose. Down to 5 on the shot clock. And he comes off the screen to hit with a jump shot. Rose has got 13 points in just this quarter.
And at the offensive end, he's done about as much as they could have hoped for today.
Terry in the corner from 11 feet away. And again, it's Sacramento converting.
You know, he was smart to draw his man out to the perimeter. He's giving up too much size to be effective inside.
Agreed. As long as he picks the spots, his outside shot will be hard to block, no matter who's on it.
And good on the basket. Hook it.
He had a lot of momentum going with his own game. He's been great today, and just as hot as he was last time out.
And that can...
Kevin, I'm here with...
Okay, good job battling them out there.
Now both sides have assessed what they need to do over the break in halftime. We'll see now if one can pull out a way here in the third. Fantastic game from Derrick Rose in this one.
I like that he didn't force anything in that first half. His decision-making was really flawless.
That being the case, Steve, I think they want him to be more assertive in the second half. Look to take more shots. Be a little more shot hungry, even the tough ones.
The Kings trailed by 6.
Get up. You're going in.
Here we go.
And it's the Bulls with the ball. Heinrich outside. At the top of the key, Mirotic. Butler on the wing. From deep. And that one's good. Butler's got his second basket of the night.
And for the Kings, interesting. Rudy Gay. 3 years older and with a much larger salary. But, of course, he's a better perimeter shooter. So I think the thinking was he was a better fit for the team.
The general is checked in for Darren Collison. Into Jason Thompson. And stolen by Mirotic. And let's catch up with our sideline reporter, Doris Burke. Doris, over to you.
Gentlemen, a close partnership between Bulls coach Tom Thibodeau and center Joakim Noah. Noah said, quote, "The way each of us sees the game can be totally different, but he'll fight anybody to win, and I will too." Noah says Thibodeau's changed too, adding, he's opened up a lot more, asking how we're doing, what we're thinking. Kevin?
They're really the backbone of that team. Thanks, Doris.
And for the Kings, you know, they've got some big money veteran pieces, a lot of guys that can put the ball in the basket, but defensively is where they've struggled. Unless Coach Malone can get them to defend at a higher level, they're going to continue to struggle. I think that's guaranteed. Offense isn't enough to win consistently.
Here's McLemore. Tight defense on him. Trying to get open is Thompson. And it will go. And the Bulls' lead is cut down now to just 4 points with the basket from the general.
Their three-point percentage has taken a big leap up since the start of the second half. They're starting to find the range.
Steve, the lasers are starting to do their thing. That's going to be the ticket for them the rest of the way.
McDermott with the screen for Gibson. Kicks to Heinrich. He feeds it to Mirotic. Just 5 to shoot, and he gets it to go. Mirotic has got his first bucket of the night.
Boy, the D has to show a little more fight on the interior than they did on that trip. They've got a battle inside.
Well, this game has been tough, Clark. I mean, they're getting after it. They're starting to run a little bit low on energy, possibly.
McLemore, the pass to the general. And he can't bank that one in. Chicago leading by 6. Heinrich kicks to Gibson. Back to Heinrich. Pass to Gibson. Outside Butler. Mirotic with it. It's up against Thompson. The corner. Butler. A rebound by Thompson. Thompson's got 7 rebounds in the game.
Well, in the rebounding game, at least, it's been a strong physical performance for them.
It has to translate, Clark, if they're going to cut into this league. They've got to convert those boards into points.
There's 39 seconds left to play in the third. Now here's Butler. He's got 5. To the inside. Here's Heinrich. And he takes it in for the layup off a very nice feed. Heinrich's got 6 points.
The bounce pass was the key to the play.
Here's the general. And the shot is good. The Bulls leading by 4. Heinrich outside. He kicks it to Mirotic. Passes it to Butler. Just 3 on the clock. And as we end the third quarter, a great game. Both teams playing well. Bulls out front. They're up by 4. And do not go away, as we'll be back in just a few moments with the start of our fourth quarter coming up next. Now let's take a look at our assist of the game presented by State Farm.
How about the creativity, guys? Terrific vision to pick out that.
Let's go. You're in.
Dang, about time.
Checked in for Jason Terry. Inside at the 4 and 5 are Gasol and Noah. Derrick Rose is out there with Dunleavy. And it's Gibson in at the small forward. That's the 5 out there for the Bulls.
The defense got away with a major lapse there.
Let's catch up with Doris from the sideline.
Well, guys, Tom Thibodeau had some advice for his team in that last timeout. He wants to make sure they stay assertive and aggressive on the offensive end, saying, I don't want to sit on this lead. Let's build on it and not give them a chance of coming back. Guys?
Rose hits the bucket.
The pick worked really well there. Nice job taking it right to the 10 for the layup.
Gay outside. Pass to Stauskas. Gay outside. Here's the general. A 3-pointer off the mark. And Cousins gets it to go.
Really alert play on the glass to get some second chance points. He's having one of those games we're very accustomed to seeing from him.
Butler dishes to Rose. And he gets that one to go off the front iron. Rose has got 31.
What a top-notch game he's had. He's gotten them in front, and it sure seemed like he's going to keep them there. All by himself, it looks like.
Now the pass to Stauskas. Here's the general. And it's Chicago with the rebound. Gibson's got his second rebound here tonight. Outside Rose. He dishes it to Dunlap. Back to Rose. Noah's shot is off.
Even though he isn't having the best of games from the floor, it hasn't seemed to hurt him.
Hay passes to the general. From out on the wing, he knocks it down. We've got 1:55 left to play in the final quarter. Rose goes in. A leaner. And that one off the back of the rim again. Rose has got the lead up to 9 now for the Bulls. Sacramento's gone over 3 so far in the fourth quarter from long range. the dish to Noah, and there's the defensive 3-second call. What do you guys think so far about the offensive approach for the game?
Anytime you get as many points in the paint,
Better than that.
Tonight I'm out.
Free throws on top of that.
The Kings trailed by 8. And out of bounds as the Bulls gain possession.
well, that's inexcusable to throw a pass that far off the net.
Chicago making some changes. Dunleavy comes in for Josh Gibson. And it's Butler in for Mirotic. Butler kicks to Rose. It's blocked. They recover it. And that one's good. And the Bulls lead by 10.
So it looks like playing the last bit of this game out should be a nice win here for the Bulls.
Their superior ball handling work on their cut.
Well, Kevin, when you squeeze the orange, you get more shot opportunities, and that's always a good thing.
And when it's all said and done here, this will mark their 38th W on the year.
Well, they've had this team's number all season. 2 wins in 2 meetings. Doesn't seem to matter which order they played.
Yeah, I thought the result might be different this time around, but clearly I was mistaken. Now they'll have to wait until next year for a shot at revenge.
What a huge standout performance it was for Rose. He just looked like an orchestrator out there, keeping his teammates involved, running to the open spots, and he would constantly find them more often than not.
The clock now can just run out for the Bulls. Outside Butler. And so Chicago takes this one, and by a big margin. They put on a show tonight, thoroughly controlling each end of the floor.
Hey, what more can you ask?
And now let's catch up with Doris Burke, who's standing by on the sideline.